Hello, class. This section is on conditional operators. It says you can use the conditional operator to create short expressions that work like if else. So it's just a shortcut. Conditional operators is powerful and unique. It provides a shorthand method of expressing a simple if else statement. The operator consists of the question mark and the colon, all right? So you have the expression, question mark. If it's true, you can have an expression such as like x equals 5, then colon for the false condition, y equals 3. So if you look at this example, I'll just read it out. X less than 0, question mark, y equals 10, colon, z equals 20. That's simply saying if x is less than 0, then y is equal to 10. Otherwise, z is equal to 20. So if x is less than 0, we're going to assign y to equal to 10. If x is not less than 0, then we're going to assign z to equal to 20. So the statement above is called a conditional expression, just like writing an if statement, and consists of 3 sub-expressions, okay, separated by the question mark and the colon symbols, okay? The expressions are x less than 0, y equals 10, and z equals 20. Okay, so you see here in this highlighted blue area, same thing, except question mark. If this is true, we're gonna do this. If it's false, we'll do this. Okay, simply stated. So this is equivalent to this. If x is less than 0, then y is equal to 10, else z is equal to 20. All right? So it tells us the part of the conditional expression that comes before the question mark is the expression to be tested. So this here is like our if, okay, if this, okay, then this is our true expression. This is what we're going to do if it's true, and this is what we're going to do if it is false, all right? So that's all this is saying, all this is saying, all right? Okay, if it helps, you can put parentheses around the sub-expressions if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. So let's write a little short program to demonstrate this. So I'm going to have something like int x equals, I'll say 4 y z. All right. So we're going to give y and z a value depending on x. So here I could say x less than, say, 5, right? Question mark, y is equal to 10, colon, z is equal to 100. So now, we know that x is 4, all right? Is 4 less than 5? Yes. If 4 is less than 5, then what? We're going to assign y to equal 10, all right? If not, we're going to assign z to equal 100, all right? So if I do this, what I'll do, I'll just assign them both the value 0 so we'll know what's happening. Remember, in Visual Studio, you have to give it a value or you would get an error if you're trying to output something without initializing. All right, so we have this as 0 and 0. So then I can say cout okay, I'll say x The wrong X line. Oh, let me finish this. All right, so we're gonna output X, Y, and Z. So X is equal to what? 4. All right. Now, if X is less than 5, we're gonna do what? Assign Y to equal to 10. So we're gonna replace 0 with 10. But now Z will remain what? 0. Okay. So let's run this. Error. My CIO statement. Okay, my semicolon here. It's that semicolon. I'll say 100. Now, so let's run it. Notice what happens. X is 4. 4 is less than 5. So that made this true. Oh, what happened? Let me run it again. Clicked on it. That's what happened. 4 is less than 5. So that means it did what? It assigned Y to equal 10, but it didn't do anything with the Z. So Z remains 0. So let's look at it if we change X to 14. Now, is 14 less than 5? No. So that made this statement false. So it won't do the true condition. It'll do the false, where now X will Y will remain 0, and Z will be assigned 100. So let's run this. Okay, see? X is 14, Y remains 0, and Z was assigned to 100. All right, so that's just a shortcut. Now, what I can do, I could take this same code, just like the book said, and I could put it in an if statement. So I'm gonna comment out that particular shortcut, and what I'll do here, I'll say if X is less than 5, okay, that's our expression here. If it's less than 5, and I just do the curly braces, I'll say Y is equal to 10, okay? Else Z is equal to 100. Okay. Now, this if else logic is the same as this shortcut here. So let's run it. So we had X equal 14. So what? If 14 is less than 5, then we do this. Nope, it's not. So we're going to do the false. It'll do the 100. It'll assign 100 to Z. So we'll run that. See? 14, Y will remain 0, and Z will be assigned 100. But if I go back and I take this 1 off and make X 4, now if 4 is less than 5, that would be true. So we will do what? Y equals 10, and we'll kick out, right? And output the data. We won't do this one. So we'll run this, so we're going to assign what? 10 to Y, and Z would be still 0. Okay, so it's just a shortcut. If you need to assign, run the program and do something small and say, okay, if this is this, I just want to give this a value, you can do a shortcut, this shortcut here. All right, but it's programmer's choice. All right, programming style, whatever style you like using. You can say which one is right or wrong. Neither is right or wrong. It's just your whatever you choose to do. All right. So now, let's get back to the notes, right? So using the value of a conditional expression. Now what happens is we're taking the expression and we're going to assign it to a variable depending on whether it's true or false. So we're going to take it, if x is greater than 100, then 0. That means a will equal to 0 because it's going to be the result of this. If not, a will equal to 1. That's all that is saying. So if we go back into our program here, I could say, I'll take this out, all right? Well, I'll comment this out, but we just keep it. Comment this out. Okay, now, and we'll keep this. All right, so what I could do here, I could just say int result. So now, I could say here, result is equal to, all right? So now we're just gonna give a value. So result is equal to, if x is less than 5, then we're gonna assign 10 to results. Otherwise, we're gonna assign 100 to results. So we're looking at this, 4 is less than 5, so therefore what will happen? We will assign 10 to results. So now I need to comment this out. And I'll see out x, and I'll see out all right, I'll put results. So what? Looking at this, is 4 less than 5? Yes, it is. So therefore, 10 will be assigned to results, all right? Not 100. And so we should get what? 4, and then results will be 100. So let's run this. 10. See? So results is 10. Simply add 1 in front of the 14, making x greater than 5. Now what happens is this turns this expression into false. Is 14 less than 5? No, it's not. So we won't do the true condition, we'll do the false condition. So now when we run it, result will equal to 100. So you see, so it's just a small way of writing the logic, but then assigning a value to from that particular if logic. All right. So that's all this section is saying. And basically, if x is greater than 100, a equals 0, else a equal 1. And I just had 110 as the two values. But either way it go, it would be assigning a variable value to that variable or another value to that variable. Okay? All right. So, and it goes, let's look at the program. It says program 4-2 can be used to help a consultant calculate her charges. All right. So it says her rate is $50, all right, per hour, but her minimum charge is $5. So what happens here? No matter what's going to go on, if they're charging something, the minimum charge will be $5. All right, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. It will be $5. All right. So looking at this, the conditional operator is used, all right, in the statement to ensure that the number of hours does not go below 5. So we look here, we have our stream, IO manipulator, IO man IP, and then using namespace, std, then int main. Now we have a constant variable of 50, all right? That's the pay rate. Then we have a constant minimum hour of 5. So that's constant, cannot change. You know, you change it in the program, but once the program is running, can't be changed. Or when you code in below this, you can't change it. Now, double, hours, and charges. So now look, how many hours were worked? Okay, say if you put 3 hours. If you put 3 hours, what happened is, okay, hours, which is 3, is equal to hours less than, it's asking if hours 3 is less than the minimum, 3 is less than the minimum, then you're going to what? Assign minimum hours to hours. So therefore what? The hours that's going to be calculated will be 5, all right? So whether it's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours, you will be charged those 5 hours. But, however, if you input something like 10, all right, 10 is equal to, so this is saying 10 is equal to, is 10 less than minimum hours? Is 10 less than 5? No. So you won't do min hours, you're going to do hours, which is 10. So now what? You do the pay rate times 10, all right? So that's what this program does. So it allows for a minimum charge per hour of hours to be no less than 5. All right. So that's what happens with this program. So look here. So if they put in 10, what happens? If they put in 10, now they're gonna multiply the 50 times the 10. All right, because what? If hours is 10, hour 10 is greater than 15. So I mean greater than 5. So you want to do this, your hours gonna be 10. And then you go down here and the pay rate times 10, 50 times 10 is gonna give you 500. But then what? If they input 2, all right, you go back up here and they input 2 hours. If you input 2, is 2 less than 5? Yes. So it's gonna assign 5 to hours, multiply 50 times 5, and that's gonna give you the 250, which gave you the output of what being charged. Okay, so that's just a shortcut, a short way of writing that statement. All right. So look here, see how your grade is. And rather than do a grade and then assigning a variable, a value of a string variable and having it equal to false or failed or passed, they just put it in the expression. Okay, see how your grade is. And then whatever the score that was in, if score is less than 60, then you're gonna output failed, period. Otherwise, you're going to output pass, period. Okay? And look, same thing as doing it this way. All right? If score is less than 60, output fail. All right? So anything from 60 and below, all right? Because what? 59, fail. Even a 60 would be what? Failing. Because it did not say what? Less than or equal to. All right? Okay. So that concludes this particular section.